Hey, I'm Geeky Pastimes, and this video is going to be all about what's been going on with the Zork puzzle on PawnTakesPawn, what's happening with the postcards that are being sent out to people in the post, and what's going to be happening next. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, it helps me out a lot. So, what's been happening over the last few days is, when the Zork puzzle went live on PawnTakesPawn, so you go to PawnTakesPawn.com, click on the computer, type in Zork, and then you can play Zork. If you finish 5 achievements on there, when it first went live, it would give you a link where you could enter your address. Now, I don't think you can do that anymore. I think they closed it off after a while, obviously because all of this is kind of time sensitive, so they wanted to post them out so people would get them before the next step, I'm guessing. We went a bit further and we finished Zork and we got 29 achievements, which seemed to be the most anyone seemed to be able to get. And then we were kind of stuck. We didn't know what else to do. Now, over the last 24 hours or so, people have started getting things in the post and have started getting these postcards. And the postcards, on one side of them, have a thing that just sort of mentions Zork and PawnTakesPawn and Pitch Black, and obviously your address. And it also has a code. And if you go onto PawnTakesPawn on the achievements page now, that's actually been updated for a little section where you can redeem a code, and you can type in that. That's your personal code, so don't post that online or anything. And that will give you the 30th achievement. So we know that there's 30 achievements now. We were saying that we thought there would be 30, and that's how you get it. You need to get a code from one of the things that was posted. It's like confirming that you got something posted out to you. And then on the back of the cards, there's a section of a map and a word. And now, I've only seen 3 of these cards so far, so I'm assuming across today we're going to start seeing a lot more. But all of these maps are basically bits of the Zork map. So you can look online and see there's, a few different like official Zork maps and things, or there's plenty of fan-made ones. You do have to do a little bit of like cutting them up to sort of make sure all the different sections fit together, because obviously in Zork there's kind of different floors almost, there's like the outside bit and then there's like the cellar. And then you can go down into like the coal mine and things like that. So you have to move them around a little bit. But you can fit these mazes over the top of them. And thankfully, the ones that we've got already seem to sort of like cross over between the different floors, so we can see how they're all meant to be arranged. Now, each one only has a bit of the map on. There's going to be 15 of these postcards. We know that because people have a number that says, 4 out of 15, something like that. So essentially now we're waiting for the rest of these 15 postcards so we can build the whole map up. Now, I think the map is just there so we know where to put the cards. It's kind of similar to how on the Foursquare cipher, we had things that said prison, quarry, and boneyard. And at first people thought that, okay, that must mean we've got to overlay the map on it. And it ended up being nothing to do with the map at all. It was just a way of showing you where each bit of the cipher went. And I think there's something similar going on here, where all of these words are going to be important and the order of them is going to be important. So we need to have the map, we need to put them over the map, just to try and kind of line everything up. So here's what I've done so far. You can see on the screen the sort of Zork map. I quite like this version of the map. I think it looks nice. Overlaid with the postcards that I've seen so far. Now, obviously, the next thing is we need people to be posting those postcards. There's going to be 15 of them. Hopefully, I'm going to get one at some point. All of the ones that have been posted so far have been in America. I don't know if we're going to get them in other countries. I hope so. But we need to get all 15 of these kind of as fast as possible. So anyone who's watching this video, if you get a postcard sent to you, or you see one posted on Twitter or in Discord or forums, something like that, please do share it. It's really important that we share these amongst everyone. I've posted absolutely everything I found and everything I've done so far on Twitter publicly. So hopefully as a community we can kind of solve this thing as quickly as possible. I assume the idea is that we'll solve it before the multiplayer reveal on September the 9th, which is 5 days away. So hopefully, I'm really hoping that we'll get all 15 today and we'll be able to solve this. Now, some of the other interesting things about what we've got so far is that each of the words, we've got beetle, metal, magnificent, they're all in different colours. So maybe colour could come into play with it again, like maybe that's going to mean something. Magnificent has a / before it, which so far on PawnTakesPawn, anything with a / before it means it's a link. So, like when we had things like Pitch Black, or like when we had / play the game, find the truth, things like that. So / magnificent doesn't work at the moment, but it might work later, you never know. It could be something where that's like a command we have to put in Zork or on the terminal or something. So lots of different ideas at the moment, but the main thing is we get those cards. So please do like and subscribe this video, that's a big help. And check me out on Twitter or Twitch, I'm Geeky Pastimes there. And if you get one of these postcards, please do let us know, like send us a picture of it. Try to get a picture of it that's sort of as flat on as you possibly can, just to make sure we can line them up a little bit easier. And yeah, hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have something more to go on. We'll have the next step of this. I'm really excited. So if you've got any other ideas, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.